Right now, as you watch this, it is raining diamonds on two planets in our solar system. Not metaphorically, not as a poetic figure of speech. Diamonds, actual crystallized carbon gemstones, falling through alien skies like the most expensive hailstorm in the universe. And scientists have already recreated this phenomenon here on Earth in a laboratory, with results so extreme that the research team had to verify them multiple times before publishing. I'll reveal exactly what they found, and why the specific detail buried in their data shocked the entire scientific community. By the end of this video, diamonds falling right now, because what you're about to discover will permanently change how you think about one of the most coveted objects in human history. Welcome to the place where it rains diamonds, and trust me, the reality is far stranger than the headline. Two planets drift at the outer edge of our solar system, spinning in the deep cold of space. Neptune and Uranus. They're known as ice giants, but don't let that name mislead you. There is very little ice in the traditional sense. These worlds are colossal spheres of exotic pressurized matter, wrapped in thick, churning atmospheres that hide conditions so extreme they strain the imagination. Neptune sits nearly 4.5 billion kilometers from Earth. If you got in a car today and drove at highway speed without ever stopping, it would take you over 5,000 years to arrive. Uranus is a bit closer, but not by much. Both worlds exist in a state of permanent violence. Supersonic winds that exceed 2,000 kilometers per hour, electrical storms larger than Earth itself, and pressures deep in their interiors that no spacecraft ever built could survive for more than moments. Ice giant secrets buried, and yet, buried deep within those crushing depths, something extraordinary is happening at this very moment. Something that sounds more like a fairy tale than verified physics. It is raining diamonds. The question of how. That is what will truly break your understanding of the universe. Because what actually triggers this phenomenon is stranger than the phenomenon itself. But here's what nobody teaches you about Neptune and Uranus in school. These planets are not truly made of ice. They consist mostly of hydrogen, helium, and, critically, a molecule you probably associate with swamps, natural gas, and barnyard smells: methane. Methane is simply one carbon atom bonded to 4 hydrogen atoms. CH4. Humble, unglamorous. Nothing about it suggests the extraordinary. But under the conditions found inside these planets, methane stops being boring very quickly. As you descend deeper into Neptune or Uranus, the pressure climbs steeply. The weight of thousands of kilometers of superheated gas presses down with force that has no comparison on Earth. And under that pressure, something remarkable begins to happen to those methane molecules. The hydrogen atoms get ripped away, violently, leaving the carbon atoms isolated, stripped bare, and facing an environment of crushing pressure and searing heat. Isolated carbon atoms under extreme pressure. That is not just chemistry. That is a diamond factory running 24 hours a day for billions of years. Methane breaks carbon freed. If this is already blowing your mind, hit like and subscribe, because we are just getting started. What comes next is even more mind-bending. Now, what I am about to describe sounds like something from a science fiction novel, but it is verified, peer-reviewed physics. As you descend into the interior of Neptune, the pressure increases to levels almost impossible to conceptualize. We are talking about millions of times the atmospheric pressure you are experiencing right now as you sit and watch this. The temperature simultaneously climbs to somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 degrees Celsius, comparable to the surface of the sun. Under these combined conditions, carbon atoms lock together in the precise structure of diamond. This happens in the region of Neptune's interior, roughly 10,000 to 20,000 kilometers below the cloud tops. At that depth, stripped carbon atoms encounter the exact conditions required for crystallization into the hardest natural substance known to science. They do not crystallize slowly. They crystallize rapidly. And once formed, gravity does not stop just because you are made of gemstone. The diamonds fall. They rain deeper and deeper into the planet. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. In Neptune's depths, carbon's existence as methane ends, and something far more crystalline begins. Carbon becomes diamond in seconds. But that is only the first half of the story. Stop and think about this for a second. To form a natural diamond on Earth, you need roughly 1.5 million times normal atmospheric pressure. That is what happens deep inside Earth's mantle, about 150 kilometers below the surface, over millions of years. That is already hard to picture. Now consider the conditions inside Neptune. Scientists estimate the pressures in the diamond-forming zone reach somewhere between 3 and 6 million atmospheres, 2 to 4 times higher than what naturally makes diamonds inside our own planet. And the temperature? The surface of the Sun is approximately 5,500 degrees Celsius. Neptune's diamond-forming zone is comparable to, or exceeds, that. This is a world that operates at conditions that should not be survivable by anything. And yet, the universe does not require your permission. 1. Pressure, 3 to 6 million atmospheres. 2. Temperature, 5,000 to 7,000 degrees Celsius. 3. Depth, 10,000 to 20,000 km below clouds. 4. Duration, continuous for 4 billion years. Pressure, heat, diamond forms. As physicist Richard Feynman once observed, nature uses only the longest threads to weave her patterns, so that each small piece of her fabric reveals the organization of the entire tapestry. Neptune's diamond rain is one of those threads, but the diamonds do not simply fall into an empty void. Where they end up is even stranger than where they begin. If you thought microscopic gem fragments were impressive, prepare for a recalibration. No one has physically visited Neptune and collected a sample, obviously. But scientists have constructed detailed mathematical models based on the planet's known composition, mass distribution, and gravitational field. All confirmed and refined by data from Voyager 2, the only spacecraft ever to fly past Neptune, back in 1989. Those models suggest the diamonds forming inside Neptune are not specks. They could be centimeters across. And over the course of billions of years of continuous formation, diamonds could theoretically accumulate at depth, growing far beyond anything we encounter on Earth. We are potentially talking about diamonds the size of your fist, or considerably larger. Let that land. Somewhere in the universe right now, diamonds of a size that would make the Hope Diamond appear unremarkable are falling through alien skies, accumulating at the bottom of a planet that humanity has never even touched with a spacecraft. Massive diamonds falling endlessly. The universe apparently did not receive the memo that diamonds are supposed to be rare. As Carl Sagan once said, the cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. And apparently, the universe also knows how to manufacture gemstones at a scale that dwarfs anything in human history. But what happens when those falling diamonds descend deep enough? The answer should not be physically possible, and yet the equations demand it. Here is where the story takes a genuinely mind-bending turn. As the diamonds fall deeper into Neptune, past the diamond-forming zone into the planet's deeper interior, the conditions change again. Pressure and temperature continue climbing to even more extreme levels, and at some point, something extraordinary happens to the diamonds themselves. They melt, not the way ice melts into water, but solid diamond, the hardest natural substance, melting under such extreme pressure and temperature that it transitions into a liquid. Theoretical models suggest that Neptune and Uranus may contain entire oceans of liquid diamond somewhere near their cores. And here is the detail that is genuinely hard for the human brain to process. Under these extreme conditions, solid diamond is slightly less dense than liquid diamond, which means solid pieces of diamond would actually float on the liquid diamond below. Diamond icebergs, floating on a sea of molten liquid diamond, inside a planet in our own solar system. Right now, the most extreme environment in our solar system may also be the most spectacular. Diamond ocean beneath the clouds. As Albert Einstein once put it, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. A liquid diamond ocean with floating diamond icebergs is mysterious in the most beautiful and terrifying way possible, which raises the most natural question imaginable. Could we ever go there and collect them? Now I know exactly what you are thinking, and the answer is not anytime soon and possibly never. To reach Neptune, Voyager 2 traveled for 12 years at speeds exceeding 60,000 kilometers per hour. And it was not stopping to visit. It flew past. A crude round trip to Neptune, assuming we somehow develop the technology for the journey, would take decades minimum. And even if you arrived, Neptune's outer atmosphere would begin destroying any known spacecraft long before you approach the diamond-forming zone. Winds in Neptune's upper atmosphere exceed 2,000 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound on Earth. That is the outer layer. Descend further, and the pressure increases so rapidly that no engineered material maintains structural integrity for more than seconds. Every diamond on Neptune is completely and permanently untouchable by human hands, unreachable, forever cosmic treasure. If you know someone who still believes diamonds are rare and precious because of their scarcity, send them this video. The universe has some significant news for them, but here is what most people never hear. Scientists did not need to go to Neptune to study diamond rain. They built a machine that could create it on Earth. And what they found in that laboratory, that is where the real story begins. What they measured was not just diamond formation. The next discovery is the one that changes everything you thought you knew. Now, what I am about to tell you has been verified, replicated, and published in the journal Nature Astrophysics. In 2017, a team of researchers from SLAC National Accelerator Laboratory, Helmholtz Zentrum Dresden-Rossendorf, and multiple universities decided to simulate the interior of Neptune on Earth. Their tool of choice was a high-powered laser. Their target was a thin piece of polystyrene, ordinary plastic, the kind used in disposable containers. Why plastic? Because polystyrene is constructed from hydrogen and carbon in a ratio that closely mirrors the molecular composition of Neptune's interior. They fired the laser at the plastic, generating a shockwave that mimicked millions of atmospheres of pressure. The shockwave lasted only nanoseconds, billionths of a single second. That is less time than it takes light to travel the length of your hand. And in those nanoseconds, X-ray diffraction imaging captured something remarkable. Small diamonds formed, instantly, from the plastic, under laser-induced pressure conditions matching Neptune's interior. The diamond rain hypothesis had just been proven in a controlled laboratory setting on Earth. Nanodiamond formation, confirmed, proven. As Isaac Newton once wrote, "What we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean." They had captured a single drop from Neptune's diamond ocean. But buried deeper in the data was a finding that nobody fully anticipated. That is what we need to talk about right now. But this next one, this is the one that kept the research team up at night. When scientists analyzed the laboratory data more closely, they discovered something that went beyond simply confirming diamond rain existed. The conversion rate was extraordinarily high. Perfect. Almost all of the available carbon in the polystyrene sample converted to diamond under the right pressure conditions. This was not a rare or inefficient reaction. It was fast, consistent, and remarkably clean. Extrapolate that efficiency to the scale of Neptune and Uranus, planets 14 to 17 times the mass of Earth, and diamond formation has likely been occurring continuously for 4 billion years. Non-stop, every second, for 4 billion years. Researchers estimate that within Neptune and Uranus combined, there may be more diamond material than exists in the entire crust of Earth. But here is the revelation that resolves everything from the beginning of this video. The detail that shocked the scientists themselves. Diamond is not rare. In the universe at large, carbon is the fourth most abundant element in existence. The universe has never considered diamonds to be rare. Only humans decided that. We manufactured the scarcity. We decided the rarity. We built entire economies, engagement traditions, and status hierarchies around a mineral the cosmos produces by the trillionth ton in alien weather systems. Not just on Neptune. Entire planets made almost entirely of diamond have been discovered. Stars collapse into crystalline carbon structures. The universe is saturated with diamonds. As Blaise Pascal once wrote, "The eternal silence of these infinite spaces fills me with dread." Perhaps what should fill us with something even stronger is how much of human meaning has been constructed on manufactured scarcity. Do you think diamonds will ever lose their cultural value once this becomes common knowledge? Comment they will or never. I am genuinely curious where you land on that. So what does this all mean for us, standing on our small blue dot? On one level, it is simply an extraordinary piece of science. A reminder that our solar system contains wonders we have barely begun to understand. But there is a deeper current running through the diamond rain story that deserves a moment of honest reflection. Humans have fought wars over diamonds. We have built global industries around their perceived scarcity. We have tied our deepest emotional commitments, love, loyalty, permanence, eternity, to a mineral that the universe manufactures in alien hailstorms at quantities beyond imagination. Scarcity is often not a property of the universe, but of our perception of it. What we call precious is frequently just what we cannot easily reach. The rarest thing on Neptune is not diamonds. It is a conscious mind capable of understanding what is happening there. Wonder is the point. As Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, we are part of this universe. We are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us. The universe does not deal in rare. It deals in astonishing. Every time you look at a diamond and think scarcity, remember Neptune, remember the rain. Remember that right now, at this exact moment, billions of kilometers away, it is raining gemstones through alien skies. And the rarest thing in the known cosmos is not falling there. It is sitting right here, watching this video, capable of being amazed by it. The truth is stranger than anything you could make up. 2 planets in our own solar system. Planets humans have known about for centuries, have been hiding liquid diamond oceans and diamond rainstorms beneath their clouds this entire time. And when scientists finally recreated those conditions in a laboratory, they confirmed something even more startling. Diamond formation at planetary scale is fast, efficient, and has been running continuously for longer than complex life has existed on Earth. Diamonds are not rare. Our ability to reach them is. The things you value, protect, and consider precious deserve to be examined under the same extreme pressure that transforms carbon into crystal. Because sometimes the most extraordinary things in the universe are not rare at all. They are simply beyond where most people bother to look. Look further, always further. And if you made it this far, and I am genuinely glad you did, prove it. Comment the 2 words, diamond rain. Let's see who stayed until the end. The truth is stranger than anything you could make up. Subscribe if you want to keep discovering it.